this money back, but I never ever collected any of it from you. Where's my money? Then that's the first question. And you're representing the youth and children.
Yes, I'll be speaking for the youth. And based on that question, most of the time, parents tend to collect their children's savings in the hope that they're going to return the money back to the children, and at the end of the day, the money is either used for one thing or the other, and then the child is left with that question, where is my money, mommy? And this thing usually occurs with the mothers, that the ones that have access to all this kind of things. So children always raise that question, where is my money? And then children are giving with this the parents always give the children this excuse of, don't you eat in this house? Don't you get this kind of thing?
Okay.
And always use that as a reason, like it's a reason for them to keep your money. And the children, they still don't get it. We still don't get it, even up to now. We still don't get it. Like that question needs to be answered. Why do you collect our money, our savings, monies our uncles give us, and you never return the money back? And it's just like children are left to that question. Even me, I'm wondering, like, where does the money go to? Why don't we get the money back? And why isn't like enough reason given to us why the money is actually not given back to us? So yeah.
So do you have any personal experience? Like, did you ever get at least, did you ever get, even if it's 100 naira note back?
Okay, I never got back the money. Like the money was never returned. It was never returned. It was either returned in other means, but not the actual cash. Like the actual cash was not given to you back, but then maybe other means, like they bought you something, or they will get you something out of the money, but they never give you the full money back. I've never ever got to that level to see that, oh, this money, okay, your uncle gave you 10,000 naira, collect the 10,000 naira back. It has never ever happened. Never. So, and I'm sure that so many youths are going to testify to the fact that the money was never returned back to them. So it's either they gave them, what's it called? They bought them sneakers or got them something like a gift, but not the actual full money. Or at the end of the day, we're kids, so they'll probably they'll kind of like do white lie. They'll tell us that, don't worry, they gave you 5K instead of 10,000 naira. They say they gave you 5,000 naira, and they'll get you something worth of 5,000 naira. You'll be like, oh, that's the whole money, meaning, and you don't know that half of the money is already gone. So yeah, so basically that's my personal experience.
You said something when you were talking, and you said when you ask for your money, they'll reply and say, have you not been eating? Have you not been doing that?
Yeah.
So there's a follow-up question. Because earlier, somebody asked, and the person was like, I did not ask the.
Sir, please come again.
Are you saying that if so, like, there's a follow-up question? Somebody asked, and the person said, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I hope we're all following.
This morning, you're going to school and all that. So, person is, what do you have to say?
So, please, can you repeat the question? There was a kind of network issue there.
Can you hear me properly now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I said, when you were talking, when you were making when you ask for money or gift, they will tell you that, have you not been eating? Have you not been going to school? Have you not been wearing this and that? So there's a follow-up question. And the question is, you gave birth to me. I didn't ask to be born. You gave birth to me. So I'm sure that there was preparation for me. So this money for you to take care of, what do you have to say?
The network was malfunctioning at the end. So I guess let me repeat what you said. So What you said is that whenever we ask for the money back, they always say, "Oh, did I give birth to you?" Right? That was
Yes.
where the direction of the question was going to.
Have you not been eating? Have you not been eating?
Not been
What they
eating
always say.
food. Yeah. So what's the question behind that?
So there's a follow-up question.
Oh, I think there's a network issue, but I think I get what she's trying to say. So what she's trying to say is that most of the time, that's the statement that's kind of made in that process. So it's always like, "Oh, I gave birth to you. You're eating this. You're eating that. You're taking this," and I'm just like, I feel like it leads to the child not trusting you. When you like those are not children, when they grow up, they tend to they remember everything that you say to them. They remember everything that you say to them. And then in that process, when they now grow up, they'll try and make sense out of what you said to them when they were younger. And then children, when they grow up and you see that they give you certain things, they give you the money, and then you don't return it back. So it kind of leads to lack of trust. The child is not going to tell you face to face that, "Oh, I don't trust you, mommy, blah blah blah." But you know, like they know in their mind that I don't trust my mom. Like I know if I give my mom this money, she's never returning that money back to me. So it kind of breaks the relationship between the parent and the child. They don't know it, but it does. They tend to trust their parents. They tend to trust their friends. In fact, they can even give their friends the money to keep for them, that to come to you, their mom or their dad, to keep the money for them. So that's it, like trust broken. And in that process, it might seem like it's small, but there are other things that they say to their friends that they will never say to you because they don't trust you. So that's where the lack of trust comes from. So that excuse shouldn't be used anymore. Like it's not working. Like we know it's not working. It's not.
So then can you hear me properly now?
I can't.
Say that again. Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you properly.
Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry for the network glitch, please. What the question I asked was, the follow-up question was, okay, I've been eating, I've been wearing this, I've been wearing that. You gave birth to me. So are you saying that if Uncle A and Auntie B does not give me money, you will not buy me clothes or you will not buy me food? Why are you using my money to buy me something for my? I should be able to buy what I most times. It's always sweet biscuits that I want to use the money for, but no, you're using it to make rice, beans. No, I don't want that. So what you have to say?
So I'm going to come in two directions or two dimensions to that question. So the first one is that I know I'm supporting the youth, but I would like to pass this message across to the youth. And I feel like that is what parents are trying to do. Firstly, I feel like they're trying to make you feel responsible. Do you get? They want you to be responsible for everything that you do. So if you have money, they're not telling you that you can't buy that chewing gum you want to buy, any personal thing you want to buy for yourself. But they're just trying to tell you that you need to learn how to save. Even though the money is not going to be given back to you, they are showing you indirectly what money should be used for. They should be used for the needs, not the wants of life. So that is one thing from the parents. And the last one I'm going to say, in terms of that you gave birth to us and all of that. So I feel like parents should it's not really, it's just an advice to parents. They should stop using that statement that I gave birth to you, therefore I'm entitled to your money, I'm entitled to this. You gave birth to me, but then again, there are certain things that you shouldn't be doing.
Are you sure you want to say this? Are you sure you want to say this?
There are certain, like, children are complaining. There are certain things you shouldn't be doing. Like, no, we know you're trying to make us responsible, and but there are certain things that you should not be doing. Like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, how to train us, but I'm just telling you that this is how children feel, so that you can be close to your children. You can know everything that goes on in their lives. It might seem like it's just money, but trust me, there are so many things that they would have wanted to tell you, but because that money issue, they don't trust you anymore. They feel like if I tell my mom this, she might try to double cross me somewhere. She's using excuse now. She can say, do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't really want to go.
Yes.
She can say, oh, but
I
your dad asked. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. You. We have the question. So we have the question. Unmute your mic and ask your question, please.
Sorry, what did you say?
Team parents.
Hello.
Mute your mic and ask your question. Good afternoon.
Okay,
ma'am.
can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm here to talk about, thank you very much, guys. You're doing a very, very good job. I'm here to talk for the parents. Okay, so what are you saying in essence? You're saying that parents don't have any rights to your money. Is that what you're saying? Because it looks like we need to start sending each other invoices. At some point, we're going to have to exchange notes. In fact, I like this topic. I like what you're discussing. I like what you're trying to do. You're trying to lay claim to your own money. You're feeling entitled. That the little money that the guests are giving you, that's why are we holding on to it? Fantastic. Do you know what we owe you? Do you know what I believe we owe you? A roof over your head. A roof over your head. Clothes on your back. Food on the table, and education. Well, we also probably owe you educational toys. Nothing else. You see all those other privileges like PS4, like designer trainers. It's about time we start using, it's about time we start giving you your money. So that if you need anything extra, apart from the rules that has been given to us by God, I think it's about time we start giving you your money. In fact, we're going to start giving you your money so you can be buying all those things by yourself. And your phone, remember your phones and data, they are not necessities. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. At this point, the mute. What do you have to say? What did you have to say?
I actually have something to say to that. So it's now beyond money. Like I said, it's beyond money. It's not just the money. You know, when kids, let's not even say, let's say from in fact from childhood, you know when there's a child, let's use child A, child B. Child A brings this thing to school, buys this special pen, or gets like this special toy. And then child B, because the parents collected the savings that he or she wants to use to get the toys or the things that the child A has, and the child doesn't have it. When he or she starts saying what the other child has, she'll start feeling like, that's where stealing comes from. Will not lie. That's where stealing comes from. Taking things that are not yours, because you don't have access to get the kind of things that those children have. Well, your parents might have gotten you some things, but there's just some things that you want to get by yourself that you definitely know that your mommy and your daddy cannot get for you. Do you get? So imagine going to your parents that, oh, mom, I want to buy the latest iPhone. And you definitely know that there are better things to do with money than to get the latest iPhone. But you know that all your friends are using it. Or you know that it has better quality camera and all of that. It has other features that you want to use for yourself. It's a personal thing. It's not something that you should be asking your parents for. And you save this money with your parents, maybe money that has reached up to 200K, and you say, okay, I have small money. Let me go and collect the money that my mom has kept for me. And then your mom comes with that excuse that the money has been used for something, or the money is not for you. What of the food that you've been eating is out? The child will just look like, okay, I can't trust you again. You took what belongs to me, definitely, because someone gifted it to me. And then the child will go outside to the person that has it. Then the person that starts, oh, this is where I got the money. That's how, like, all these things that you shouldn't be doing as a girl, or like a boy or a guy a girl shouldn't be doing. you start going to prostitution just because you want to get money, just because you want that flashy thing, but then the money that's supposed to use to get that flashy thing and be a good girl, your mom or your dad didn't give it to you, and then you go and get it from somewhere else. So it's more than money. Like, it's actually more than money. It's a lot more than money. It's having like being close to your parents also, just those little things, that okay, if I give my mom this thing, she'll give me back. I trust her, like I trust my mom. I can even tell her this, I can tell her that. So it's beyond money, and also not taking what is yours. That my mom will give me this one to buy this thing. It's not a big deal. So if you see it with someone else holding, you be like, what's that? I can ask my mom for it, she'll get it for me. Or my mom, I have more money, my mom. Imagine going to your friends want to buy something now. Maybe they want to do a surprise gift to someone. They want to give something to someone, like your close friends, your circle, and then everyone brings their money. So don't worry, my mom, I have more money. My mom like that. Let me go and get money. And then mom tells you that there's no money anywhere. You look like a fool in front of your friends. Like, you be looking like you don't know what you're doing. You even look like a liar in front of your friends. And your friends, even if they don't think you're lying, they will know that girl, you can't trust your mommy again. You can't tell your mom anything. That's where all these side talks comes in. All these things that your friends be telling you, like, they're right though, just because your mom did not do certain things. So yeah, I think that's my opinion on that.
Thank you very much, Zainab. So before we continue, please, you can stream this live on our YouTube channel. That's at Podium International TV. Please make sure to subscribe and like. You can stream it live. And guys, please ask questions. Yeah, we have another question from Team Parents. Zainab, we are coming for you. You've said a lot of things. No, I'm not here and I'm not there. I'm going to just be really honest. And you said a lot of things, and as a child, you've shot yourself in the leg several times. But let's get the question from Team Parents before I come to you. You can't guess, so please let's get the question from Team Parents.
Thank you very much, Adekunbi. Please, I would like you to go first. Go first. Let's see how Zainab shot herself in the foot. Because today we're in court. Let everybody plead their own case. Thank you.
So before I continue, guys, you can watch it. You can watch this stuff live. You can watch it live on YouTube. There are a lot of things to learn. For Zainab, you said something about when my friend has something, I want something. That's lack of contentment. So this topic here, when I say, oh, where is my money? I'm not saying where is my money because I'm not content with what I have at all. Because you saying, oh, when I see my classmate have this fancy pen and I want this fancy pen, you're not contented. Ask your parents. Have you tried asking that, oh, Mom, I want this pen. And why are you wanting something because your friend has it? So that's the point where I feel that, oh, you shot yourself in the leg already. So if I'm your mom, I'm not going to give you the money if you want it because your friend has it. So that's it. So, Team Parent, please, you can go on now.
Thank you very much. Okay, does Zainab want to say something?
Yeah, don't worry, you can go, man. I'll go after you.
Say something before I go for you.
Okay, man.
So, for you.
That's a fair point from Olori. That's a fair point. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's a fair point from you. But I would like to let you know there are two types of kids, like you said. There are those that are contented with what they have, and there are those that are not contented with what they have. And I'm going to say one on those that are not contented with what they have. So I have a question. Would you rather let the child that is not contented with what he or she has to go outside to get that thing, or rather you give that child that thing? Because if you don't give that child that thing, the child is going to go out to go and get that thing, and then you don't even know where that child is getting it from. And then the child can get in trouble, and automatically you're also in trouble because you're going to come to your child's rescue. So I think it's just the type of child. So you know the kind of child, you know the kind of person your child is. So obviously, if when I ask for money, it depends. I might want to use it for something that my friend, that's where the two types of children come from. I might want to use it for something that I know that my friend has, I want to use it, or use it for something that is reasonable. And it depends with age and or maturity as well. So when I was a kid, like when I was probably like 7, 8, am I thinking of when I was young, I was probably thinking, my friend bought this sweet, so I want to go and buy it. I know it's not good to say, but I was just a child, like I didn't even know what that means. When I now have grown and I know that okay, I shouldn't be saying that because my friend has this thing. So it depends on the maturity of the child. So I think age also matters in that kind of. That's just my opinion on that.
So I'm going to answer your question. You said you asked the question, but are you saying we should indulge the other type of child that is not contented?
Not
Because so
indulge.
now this is it. So at that point, I'm going to ask you your question. At that point, that age is the age you can shape them and let them know that you're a child. Yes, you will want a lot of things.
Yeah. So that's where what's it called? When you give that child, you know, when the child goes outside. Sorry, can everyone hear me? When the child,
Say now before we continue, let's hear.
Sorry.
I hear you, Zainab.
Okay, so when the child goes outside, the child is not advised that this thing you're doing is not good. You shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that. But when you give that child something, at home, they are going to give the child advice that, oh, don't do this. And you know, next time you ask me, I'm not going to give you. At least that child trusts you at that moment that, okay, it's not as if she's trying to look for one excuse not to give me that money. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But when you go outside, they're definitely going to give you that thing that you want. But that advice, just know that it's not coming to you. You're not getting that. So it's not indulging. You advise them that, oh, this thing that you're not doing is not good. I'm going to give you this money now. But next time that you do this kind of, you repeat this kind of behavior, there should be disciplinary measures towards those kind of things. But still, don't deny the child.
Okay. Team parents, over to you, Ma.
Okay, thank you very much. At this point, it looks like we're going to have to send Zainab for parenting classes before we marry her off. Because I don't understand the type of children you want to raise. In my home, it's not possible. I'm not going to give, for the fact that you actually want that thing because someone else has it, that shows bad parenting on my side. That shows I'm not even a good parent if I let you have it just because someone else does. Not because you need it, not because it's nice, not because you know, just because you're looking at someone else's. That's what the Bible calls covetousness. You're looking and coveting other people's stuff. Like that is very, very wrong. That shows bad parenting on the mother's or the parents' side. So we're never ever going to condone that. So if you're going to lose trust in me as a child because I'm not going to give you your money to buy stuff just because you want to compete with your friend or you want to copy what your friend has, what if your family cannot afford what your friend can afford? We're different. Fingers are not equal. So my parenting style is I raise you to be contented with what we have. If we have bread and butter, you cannot insist that I must fry eggs because I can't afford to buy the eggs. That's what you are having. In fact, maybe the money somebody gave you yesterday, maybe that 100 naira or 1,000 naira is what we're using to even eat today. You never know. So the thing is, and on the other hand, sometimes we even take these monies from you and save it for you. Because a lot of children, they don't understand the culture of savings. They don't want to know. So if you give them everything that's been given to them, at that point, it's not even their fault. It's how, their brain has not developed to a point where they can, understand why they need to save. As a 10-year-old, you don't understand. What do you mean by savings? What's my business with that? I'm not paying bills. That's the way children would think. I don't have anything to buy. I don't even buy the food we eat in this house. I don't care where the food comes from. I just want to eat. I just want to wear Nike. I just want to have my latest PlayStation. I just want to have the games. But the thing is, that's not the way to raise children. So sometimes we even keep, how much is your money self? How much is the whole money they've given to you in your entire life till you are 16 or 18 that your parents would need
People
that?
as Goku, no, they know about that.
like the thing is, no, but we're raising you the best way we know how to. When we gave birth to you guys, you didn't come with user manual. So it's not as if we knew exactly how to raise you, how to develop trust. It grows over time. And children are different. Some children are very, very considerate. They're even the ones that you will give them their money because you know that they're taking it to the piggy bank. They're going to save the money. When you have issues, I have one of my children will say, do you want, let me break my piggy bank for you. Another one will say, no, it's my money. It doesn't mean one is good and one is bad. At that time, they don't understand. Yes. It doesn't mean that the one that's not giving you his own or her own is stingy or nasty. No, they don't even understand. They don't understand it's mine. You are the parent. It's our duty as parents to now say there's love in sharing. You teach them how to share. You teach them how to save. Some of them will kick against it, but eventually, what you would do in their presence, you show children, you don't just tell them. You show them by putting some of your own money aside. When Christmas is coming, you tell them to write letters to Santa. If they've been good, part of being good is part of saving their money. Sometimes it's not like we're keeping your money for anything. You don't even have money. The money is tiny and they don't even know you. All these aunties and aunties that are giving you this money, they're giving you because of us. They don't know you from anywhere. We brought you along. So think about it. I know you are still young, but you have to start getting ready. You're not that young. You have to start thinking about how to raise children, even your younger ones. You need to be able to put them right and say, yes, okay, our parents, even my parents didn't give me my money. But guess what? They spent tons of money on me, on things they didn't need to. They sent us on holidays. They took us to amusement park. We went to the zoo in Ibadan. We went to see so many things that they did not owe us. They didn't have to do those. All they needed to do was send us to school, give us food, put roof over our head, and make sure we're not wearing rags. Anything outside of that, they're just being nice. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you very much, ma. Susanna, so that was everything.
It was a fair explanation, but not all kids, not all kids had this kind of explanation. So no one is saying that, oh, don't keep the savings. We're asking you why. You have to give a reason. Children, they need reasons why you take certain things, why you do certain things. Sit them down, explain it to them the way you're explaining it now. Not like that. I want to use a certain word. Like, let's not. There are some parents that actually like that to their kids. I'm like, just say the truth. Like, just say the way she explained it. This is how life is. This is why. You should not. If you do certain things, you need to explain why that money is not coming out. And as a child, like probably like 6, 7, you don't understand. Yeah, I get that part. You don't understand. But as they grow older, you explain to them why certain things happen, or why they did certain things, or why I said certain things to you while you were young. But not that just leave that topic there. Lie to them, leave it to them. That's it. That's where children are just wondering. They need answers. You know, the person that asked this thing obviously never got the answer to that question. So that was by that. And there's so many kids outside, just like that same person, that never got answers for that kind of question. So that's why they're asking. So if for someone to ask, a grown person to ask this question, that means the person never got the answer, never got the explanation you just gave. Some did, luckily, fortunately for them, but some never did. So that is why we need you to explain to us why certain things happen. So thanks for explaining that to us. Now we understand. Now we know why.
So are you saying on behalf of teen youths, you accept the fact that parents took your money growing up now?
What can you hear me? Can you come again? Yeah, I can hear you, but you need to please come again. Okay,
Except I used to understand why now. Like you've gotten the answer as a child, and I'm like, oh, why, why,
Okay, I understand now.
You'll be able to explain to me, and I will get.
I understand now. The explanation is clear, and I hope the person that asked this question, the explanation our parent gave to him or her, the person was able to understand it. But I would like this video to reach out to so many people that have the same question to get answers, the answers she gave, for them to understand it, even though they're going to be children that would never reason with you, and that the reasons she gave would never be okay with them, but she has given a reason why certain things happen, why parents collect certain money from you. That's why there needs to be an explanation. Don't just lie to children. If you lie to children, they go outside to look for answers, and it might either be the wrong or right answer. Most of the time, usually the wrong answer. So thank you for explaining that to us, and I understand the reason now. And I hope.
But then I would. Okay, you've been hammering on some things, and you've been hammering on trust. Like
on what?
The whole time you've been hammering on trust. Are you saying now that the basis of trust between mother and child, or mother and child and father, is money? I think it should be beyond that.
Sorry, please, can you come again?
You should not stop trusting me because. Can you hear me properly now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'll just take it slowly. You've been hammering on trust. You've been saying, oh, don't lie to me. Don't take my money. I will not, it might stop me from trusting you. Are you saying that the basis of trust between child and parent is money? Because I feel it should be beyond that. But before you answer, don't worry, hold your answer. We have another question from Team Parent. So, Team Parent, over to you.
Thank you very much. I was just going to talk
over
about.
To you.
Thank you very much. I was just going to talk about trust. I was just going to talk about, what do you mean by we need to trust you? We need to trust you. Because I noticed that Zainab said that a number of times. And I was just going to say that, are you saying to me that because they took your money, the money you kept with them, or they said, bring it, let me keep it for you, and they're not giving it to you when you are asking, is that enough to break the trust that a child has with their parents? Is that what you're saying? I would need to know. Please answer me before I go forward.
Okay, so it's not the fact that the money was taken away from the child, it's the lie. Every child, maybe not every child, but some children are actually so smart to know that you lied to them, that what you said to them is not true. So why not just complain? Why are you lying to me? I don't trust what you're saying.
Okay. What do you mean by lie? Because I would like to understand. If your parents say, hold on, let me land. If your parents say, if you say to your parents, here's the money, or the parents say, bring the money, let me keep it for you, and you say, where is my money? Or I want to buy this and that. But the thing is, you see, you kids, sometimes you have very short memory. Because I'm sure that in school, you want to buy a birthday present for your friend. They've asked you to bring something to school. You will go straight to your parents and ask for money for it. Please, that friend, is that my friend? Am I the one that's meant to buy the present for your friend? So you don't even realize that you are spending your money, you are requesting for your money, but it's easy for you to forget. You guys have selective memory. You have selective memory. So you decide you decide when you want to be forgetful and when you want to remember. Whenever it's something that, like, you are making me realize that as parents, we need to educate other parents about this thing, on how to raise their children, because we have to raise you to be grateful children. Gratitude is something that's very important. Are you saying to me that if your mom says, oh, I don't have that money right now, it's a problem, it's something that can break trust, and you're using the word lie, How have they lied to you? If I say to you, Olga, look, what about all the food you've been eating? Is that a lie? It's a statement of fact. So show me where we have lied to you. Did I say, bring the money, I will give it back? We didn't say, I will give it back. If I say to you, I will give it back, and you ask for it, I will definitely give it back. Any parent who say to you, it's just because you are kids, you don't understand. Bring the money, let me keep it for you. Does not mean bring the money, let me keep it for you. I will give it right back to you. We didn't say that. Let me keep it for you. When you ask for sweets, you are spending your money. When you ask for Valentine present for your classmate that your teacher has asked you to bring, you are spending your money. Why do is that my friend? Why do I have to give your own classmate stuff? Is that my child? Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, ma'am.
So before you say anything, team parents came very prepared. I'm going to give you time so you can answer this question, because
it's not really. I don't really
before team parents said anything, I had to mention, because they were saying trust. So now,
I really
explain.
don't
Please answer the question.
I think there are three things now: the trust, the lie, and the present one. So I think I'll start with the trust. I don't know, please. I don't really want to forget. So I'll start with the trust. So she made the statement that there are some parents that need to be educated about certain things that they say or do to children. She's saying all these things because she already has the background knowledge on how to relate with children, say certain things to children, explain to children. Some parents don't know. And when I say lie, there are some parents that you tell them, that's where the parenting comes from. They'll give the child, like, let's say 10,000 naira. You are teaching the child to lie in this process. You don't know, indirectly. And then the child comes to you and says, mommy, where is that money? The child knows that uncle gave me 10,000 naira. And then you say, it's only 5,000 naira that is there. It's not 10,000, it's 5,000. The child knows that my uncle gave me 10,000 naira. And then inside the 5,000 naira, you don't give the child back the whole 5,000 naira. Give them like 2,000 to go and get something. The child knows that you lied in that process. So you not giving the child the money is not the problem. You collecting the money from the child is not the problem. It's the lie. Like when you don't give, okay, fine, you have this complete money with me. Just be honest, come straight. Your uncle gave you 10,000 naira. And I don't want to give you everything. You need to save based on the explanation she gave, the reason she gave. Save for this so reason. I have this money saved for you somewhere. Just take this little, go and do what you want to do, buy whatever you want to buy. At least that child, even though that child does not understand that, when they grow up, they say, okay, my mom did not lie to me. She has actually not been lying to me throughout the process. She used to tell me, okay, she used to keep some for, even though I never understood. But now that I'm growing old, I'm like, okay, I can understand what she's talking about. But when you know in your mind that the uncle gave the child 10,000 and child knows, when the child grows up, you're like, mommy used to lie to me. So it's actually 10,000 my uncle used to give me when he used to come. And they should lie to me and give me 2,000 naira. And the 3,000, she said she saved it for me somewhere. They lie, she did not save it for me. The children, they know. So that's where the lie thing comes from. That's the scenario. I'm sure there are so many, but that's what I want to do. And I've talked about the trust issue. So, okay, I'm not fully expanded on the trust issue. So the trust issue is not, money is one of the reasons. It's not the main thing that builds trust between parents. So where the lie comes from, when you've already lied to the child on the amount of money, how you've not explained to the child what that money is used for, even though the child is not going to understand. But later, you never realize that later the child might remember and understand what you're talking about, but you lied to the child. In that process, the child obviously knows that I can never trust my mother. They say it's laughing among their friends. I can't trust my mommy. If I give my mommy, and then that's where, okay, even if I tell my mommy this thing, like, you now start doubting that, okay, and children, they don't want a certain secret to come out, and they're like, I don't, even if I'm doubting, what if it happens? What if it doesn't happen? And if it happens, I'm over. If my mom should stay this out, I don't trust my mommy at all. That's where the trust issue comes from. Like it seems like it's little. Trust me, it's not. It seems like, oh, it's just money. It's white lie. It's not. It's actually very, very serious when you don't trust your parents anymore. You don't trust your mom to do. You know that I never trust my mom. No way, no way. I can't trust her in certain area. Maybe not all aspects of life. You know, you can go to her for advice for certain things, but you definitely know deep down in your mind that there's something that you cannot tell your mother. You can't, because you know that you cannot trust her. So that's where that will come from. And in terms of the gifts part, so right, we know that, and we are very, very grateful for everything that you've done. Like, we are grateful. We are not ingrate. We know that we don't deserve these things. You know, you've already given birth to us, taking care of us, giving us education and all of that. The extra that comes to you is just out of your own kindness, like you said. It's you caring for your children. And you know, when your children come to you and say, okay, and my friend, he said we should buy Valentine's Day or a birthday gift and all of that. I know we're not spending out of the money. It's out of the kindness of your heart that you are giving us the money. But don't you also realize that in that process, you are teaching that child to be kind. You are teaching that child to show love. You are teaching that child to be caring. That's one reason I'm going to do. By giving the gift, you are teaching the child that.
Then, so let's take it one after the other. You've explained like two now. You're on the third one, but we have. I think team parents have something to say to you. So let's just take it one after the other. So over to you, team parents.
Thank you very much. Your first point about the lie, now I understand, but that wasn't the question that was asked by your guests. If that one that you're dealing with, we have to deal with it another time, because that is bad parenting. That is very, very bad. Like I said, children don't learn from what we're saying to them. They learn from what we're doing. So if you are lying blatantly to your child that, oh, they gave you 5,000 naira instead of 10,000 naira, that means you're doing a bad thing and you're setting bad example. That's not the topic we're discussing here today. So that's not, I know that that's somewhere in your subconscious mind and you are trying to push that out and you're trying to bring that on us. But don't worry, there's another, that we have several weeks to treat all of this. And the essence of this show is not to cause rift between children and parents. It's for us to find a level play, a middle ground where we can all understand each other and develop better relationships. And I'm happy that all these things are coming out. I'm glad, because they're buried somewhere very deep in your subconscious mind. So I would like to say to you, you are very right. You're absolutely right about trust issues, if that's where you're coming from. If you're coming from a parent who is lying, constantly lying to you about what belongs to you, then you're absolutely right. That is bad parenting, and that needs to be looked into. You can't just be lying to your child blatantly. They're not stupid. Children are very intelligent. They know what's going on. You can say to them, I'm not giving you. But you can't say, oh, it's not, you didn't get 10,000, you only got 5. That's a lie. And the children too, if you're not careful, the children too will start lying to you. In fact, when someone gives them money the next time, they will lie to you that they gave me 5,000 instead of 10. Or they will not even tell you at all that they gave them the money. And that can put the life of that child at risk, because some people might be luring the children with gifts and money, and they will not come home to tell you, and you will not know when your child's life is in danger. But that's a topic for another day. Thank you. On the second one, on trust. Oh, I can't trust my mom because my mom can say this or my mom can say that. Oh, my dear, it cuts both ways. If you tell your mom something from the deepest side part of your heart, parents are not evil. They would make sure they look after that. They would not betray your trust. But parents, we play with you guys a lot. And sometimes it's not like we set out to hurt your feelings. We're just joking. But because you're a kid, it's very important to you. That's where communication is important as well. You need to let us know when we're doing something that is actually hurting your feelings. Please let us know. Do not just assume that I said to you, when we started having children, you did not come with user manual. So we did not know how to handle you. Some of us are lucky because we did parenting classes and all of that. But majority of parents, they're just learning on the job. Thank you. Number 3, you said, hey, very funny, Zainab. You said when you came to us, you said you came to us to buy those things for you from the goodness of our hearts. Really? That goodness of our hearts goes both ways. So you want goodness of our own hearts to buy presents for your own friends, but the goodness of your own heart cannot give us your own money. But the goodness of your heart can take from us, from the goodness of our hearts. What happens to the goodness of your own heart when we need that your own money? Life is give and take, my darling. So when you are asking stuff that is not part of our duty from us, when you are asking for all, we're teaching you by allowing you to use your money to buy presents for your friends. We're teaching you act of kindness. That's enough. You don't have to learn act of kindness with our own money. In fact, it's good we are teaching you to practice dipping your hands in your own pocket and buying gifts for your own friend. However, if you don't have any money with us and you still come home to us that we're meant to buy things for our friends, we still do. We still buy it for you, wrap it for you. You still take it to school, give your teachers present, give your friends present. But when you have money, my dear, we're using yours first. Thank you.
So I have a question for teen parents from Anonymous. So this person is saying that, do you think if parents communicate how this money is being spent, do you think if they communicate, we will not be having this "where is my money" issue? Like if I come up to you and say, I want to buy something and you say, oh, okay, this thing that I buy from your friend is from your money. Do you think if parents actually communicate with children, we will not be having this "where is my money" issue? Teen parents, question is for you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Adekunbi. Yes, you remember I said parenting is communication is very important. On the side of the parents too, you can't just be dipping hands into their money without the owner of the money knowing that they're spending their money. I always say to my children, when they have money and they come to me, especially my baby, the baby of the house, he will say to me, Mom, can you send 20 pounds to my account, please? I'll say, okay, your money is now remaining 98 pounds. He'll be like, he'll give me attitude. he'll give me attitude for like 20 minutes or 1 hour in that house that day. I will look away. You have money. You can't have money in your own bank account and be saying, Mommy, can you please send me 10 pounds? For what? Like, I'm working for my own too. So if I'm keeping your money for you, I'm keeping tabs on what you're spending. Or you're saying to me, Mom, please, I need to go to concert with my friends. I need 35 pounds. Oh, really? Okay, your money is remaining 63 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yes, I will transfer it to you, but your money is remaining 63 pounds. So you will know when you have nothing left with me. Then I will decide whether I want to dash you money or not at that time. But we're spending yours first. The only time I will give you money is, okay, there's no food in the house. You need to do shopping. That's my money.
Yes.
I'm not spending your money. That's my responsibility. So I'm spending my money on those things. But all those extracurricular stuff, it's your money. You got money. That's why you have money. Do you think people gave you money so you can just ruin your teeth with candy? No. They gave you money so you can do all those little extra things you like to do. So it's good to communicate with the children. If you're not communicating, you're doing a bad job, bad parenting as well. So you can be writing it down when we're trying to deal with bad parenting. Who is a good parent and who is a parent that is not so good? You need to learn, because you need to communicate with them. It's their money at the end of the day, for real. It's their money. However, those children, they're too smart. They know how to save their own and spend your own. The Igbo people will say, Mbano. Thank you.
There's a question for team youth, for team children. So this question is, if your money is with you, would you spend it on the things that you want, or you would still go to your parents to ask for money?
So I think that's where I won't even talk about age. I'll talk about maturity, because age is not maturity, certain things. So I'll talk about maturity.
No, so I don't think you're that way. I don't think you get my question. So I'm going to give you an example. I want to go for, so let's move to like teenage age. And I want to buy a gift for my friend. And I know that Uncle A came yesterday and he gave me 1,000 naira. Would you take that 1,000 naira to buy what you want to buy? Or you would walk up to your mom and say, Mom, my friend's birthday is tomorrow. I want to get a gift. What would you do?
So I'm going to speak on personal experience, because I'm not going to speak for like everyone, because everyone has different opinions. Even though I'm representing the youth, people are different. So that question being directed to me, this is how I'm going to treat it. You said teenagers, right? Yeah, teenagers, we know friends that deserve gifts, and friends I don't need to spend too much on my money on. And as a person, if I had the money, if my uncle gave me money, I'm not going to go to my mom. My mom will just look at me that I'm not going to go to my mom. I'm not going to go to my mom to ask her to get gifts to my friend. Hello, I'm a teenager. Like I don't need to come and meet you to ask for money to buy present for my friend. I know I'm going to get it myself. And if I don't have, and I'm not getting, that's where I am. If I don't have, I'm not going to beg for money for present. I'm so sorry. I don't have at that moment. So yeah.
So in as much as we would like to be here and discuss this all day long, we have time to deal with. We wish we could stop time for this and just keep discussing and everything, but time keeps ticking and all. So team parent, do you have any, team youth, do you have any roundup stuff to say, please?
Yes, I have a question, just a short question for the parent. So the question is that, what is your advice to parents that are not so, how do I put it? They're not so educated. For example, let me give a scenario. So let's say you go to Ojuelegba, a woman that is selling pepper. Her child gives her money to save and all of that. And immediately the way she explained hers is that, she's going to explain to the child, this is how your money was spent, this is how your money was spent. Most women in Ojuelegba, they sell rice, they don't understand what that is. Imagine their friend comes and say, Mama, we need to buy pepper for next week's sale or something like that. And she brings the money out and gives the woman. The child is wondering, is that not just my money that you gave someone? So how do we, now question to parent, how do you handle that kind of parent?
Thank you, Zainab. You'll be surprised that the children of, the way God does his things, very, very, the children of the parents who sell pepper, who sell rice in Ojuelegba, they are really, in fact, they are way more understanding than you, our children that we wrapped in cotton wool. It almost comes to those children automatically, like second nature. Once they hand that money over to their parents, they know that they are going to survive on that money. When somebody gives them money, they will run to their parents with joy to give that money to their parents. That, mommy, but Alagbada for me 10 naira. and they will hand that 10 naira over, knowing fully well that they will have fish on their rice tonight. You will hardly, maybe I can't say never, you will hardly see those type of children attacking their parents for their money or feeling entitled to any type of money from their parents. That's number one. Number two is, to those type of parents anyway, communication is still good. When the child runs to you with excitement and say, mommy, somebody has given us 50 naira, still thank the child and say to the child, to God be the glory, we'll be able to boil egg on our rice tonight with this money. I am sure that your child will be happy because they can see you. They can see your struggle. They are part of the struggle. But communication is still very, very good. It's still key to raising a good family. Carry them along. My son always says something when he's upset, and when I'm giving him rules, he will say, I'm not an object. I'm a human being. So you tell me, explain to me. Like, he doesn't like to be given like, oh, because I said so. He hates that answer. And sometimes when they stress your life and they say, but why? You say, because I said so. And he hates it. And it's true. It's very right. They are humans. They need to be treated as such. You can't just say to them, because I said so. That's the rule. That's gospel. But sometimes you guys deserve it, Sha. So communication is what I would advise those parents to. Please tell them, sure, call me. That's thank you, my darling child, my husband. We will use this money to eat tonight. This one, the child will be happy. But you guys, if somebody says, sure, call me, you say, why should you use my money? Why? It's my money.
It's very painful.
Why? Sorry?
I said it's very painful. At that moment, you're like,
because we protect you. Sometimes you don't know that we're hurting too. You don't know that we don't have money sometimes. You don't know that we're running our businesses at a loss sometimes. You don't even know that we haven't been paid. You don't even know that bills, we don't have money to buy fuel for the generator to keep you comfortable. You don't even know that the gas is running out and we're thinking in our heads, how are we going to get it? We're overprotecting and over-pampering our children to the point that sometimes some of us are raising children who feel entitled to everything. And it's bad parenting as well. It's not love for the kids. You're raising a child who will grow up becoming ungrateful, who will grow up becoming insensitive, self-centered. They will believe the world should revolve around them alone. So, guys, thank you very much. We hope you share this amongst your friends so that we will continue to learn together. I'm really, really proud of you. Well done, Adekunbi and Zainab. God bless you guys.
Thank you so much.
So at this point, Zainab, do you have anything to say?
I really don't have much to say, but I've learned a lot, and I will take this message to my friends, family members, outsiders, strangers, just to know now there is answer to that question.
So I'll be lying if I say I've not learned a lot. I've learned a lot from team parents and team youth. Our parents always have reasons for all these things. Parents, please communicate to us better. We understand. Trust me, we do. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching us live. Thank you very much for being a part of our first edition. We have more to give to you. Please send in your questions. This platform is not to bring down parents. No. They are amazing people. We will not even be here without them. We can speak all this plenty English because they sent us to school to learn all this stuff. So bring your questions. We just want them to explain further why they are doing all those things or why they do the things that they do to them. My name is Adekunle Babalola. My co-host is Yazin Abdelmisa. See you, same place, same time, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. UK time, next week Sunday. Have an amazing week. Bye-bye.
Bye.